Hi, so happy to be live with you. Let me just check if I'm using the right microphone. Apparently I am, good. And today I want to share a little bit about our pipeline, our code-based processing pipeline. So what kind of architecture we created to processing code base. And we created a modular architecture. We have one core element that we call the orchestrator. And basically, this core element can use a series of plugins that provide support for multiple languages and for multiple kind of analysis. For example, for a project we've been working with, we started using this pipeline, and we took out of the shelf, or the virtual shelf, our internal virtual shelf, the components to process RPG code, CL code, DB2 SQL code. Then we take also the analyzer that, for example, calculates statistics or identify idioms, and we put them in the pipeline, and we run all these operations. So we will load the files into this specialized repository for Codebase and ASTs. Then we will have the parsing operation. So we will go from the code to the AST, the symbol resolution. So we will find each name what refers to. Then we will calculate statistics, identify the idioms, and refine this information that we have stored in this specialized repository. And then we talk with the client and say, yes, I mostly have to translate RPG, CL, and DB2 SQL, but I also have components in my application that is written in PHP, and I would like also to migrate that. Say, okay, let's start analyzing that. And so now we need to add a component for processing PHP code. This is something we need to work on. Once it's ready, we just add it to the pipeline. And some operation, like the calculating the statistics, identifying idioms, and so on, are generic because we have an architecture that is fully generic. That means that we add support for PHP, and right out of the box, we can calculate statistics on PHP files. We can identify code idioms, so recurring structures in PHP file, and so on. And I think that is very convenient for us because it means that we can add support for new languages and for new analysis incrementally. And the system is built on plugins, so it's a sort of plugin system so that we can have slightly different version of this library, so these components, so it's much easier to maintain them. And also we are taking more and more advantage of LionWeb. So that means that while at this time, all of these components are written in Kotlin and run on the JVM, we could also create some of these components in Python, in TypeScript, or in C#. And it means that we can consume all the results produced by these components from any of these languages, because all of these results are stored in a specialized repository, that is the LionWeb repository, and so we can access all of this information. So we can run our pipeline, do all these analysis, store all of this information in this repository, and we can access this information from a web application to visualize that. This is essentially what we do in the Code Inside Studio, but we could also access that from a Python notebook to generate some quick graph or answer some quick question with some specialized query. So we invested quite a bit in creating this infrastructure and this structure based on pipeline. And of course, we are leveraging amazing technologies like LionWeb and our StarLazo framework. But it's nice to see that, the pieces fall into place, into the picture, and what was an idea become reality and enable us to do more interesting things more quickly for our clients. So it is a lot of fun. I'm happy of where we are. And yesterday we had a meeting and with someone technical, was a discovery meeting, so discuss possibility of collaboration, and someone that is also has some experience in the field. They complemented for our technology, and I'm an engineer at heart, so that made my day. So yeah, thank you. And as always, if you have questions, comments, write them on LinkedIn, on YouTube, send me an email, or contact me in any way. I'm always happy to chat and discuss about language engineering. Thank you. Have a great day.